Harry and Meghan reportedly have their sights set on living in an exclusive California private community called Hope Ranch. It's being claimed the couple realised their current sprawling home does not properly accommodate them. As a family of 4, it's unclear if that means the home is too large or too small for them. Hope Ranch is a suburb of Santa Barbara, California, and is an affluent community known for catering to equestrians. The location offers a nearby country club, a tennis court, a golf club, and 27 miles of horseback riding trails. An estimated 10% of the community living there currently own horses. It's been reported Meghan and Harry may have already purchased the property in question, but it's not yet been confirmed. Last week rumours were swirling that Harry and Meghan sold their house. There were moving trucks spotted at their Montecito mansion. If they are moving, why? Maybe the reason is they don't own it and the real owner is booting them out. Barbara Mormon commented on YouTube, "A local resident who grew up in Montecito spent time rambling through the home formerly on the site. It belonged to a McCormick. He said after the new house was built, it was a site for birds to sit and shit on, as there are eucalyptus trees nearby that the birds feed from. In Montecito, the house is known as the bird shit house as it's covered in it. Or they can't afford to live there, mortgage or maintenance. Their property tax was $70,000 every 6 months. So that's $140,000 a year. They're in financial distress and need money. Maybe Meghan Markle can't keep track of and control Harry in a house that big. He might escape." Despite previously liking where they live now, it was reported earlier this year that the property was besieged by horrendous smells. Due to the 42-acre saltwater marsh the area was built on, which has a bird refuge in it, it was reported that the air was smelling like a giant toilet. A local anonymous resident said, "It smells like offal. There's been rotting in the sun. It makes my stomach churn. I've seen lots of homeowners closing their windows when it wafts over." Harry and Meghan flew back to the US shortly after the Queen's funeral, ready to be reunited with their children and get back to their professional activities outside the royal family. Now royal expert Eric Schiffer believes the coverage of Her Majesty's funeral will have damaged the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's standing in their creative endeavours as younger royals Prince George and Princess Charlotte took centre stage at the funeral, and as they grow up, threaten to eclipse the stateside couple's fame. Schiffer said, "Prince George and Princess Charlotte's importance in the royal family as they grow up will clobber the UK fame of Harry and Meghan, and they have a high probability of doing the same outside Great Britain." The funeral was a difficult day for Harry. He faced a grisly moment. The death of someone he cares about is always difficult, but he's now also facing a new order of power and of the crown. He's now been further reduced in terms of his influence. Schiffer's comments come amid news that King Charles III could see increasing pressure on him to take decisive action about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's futures after the Danish Queen stripped grandchildren of royal titles. Royal correspondent Jacob Heinel Jensen said, "The situation we have in Denmark today is what the UK had 2 years ago. Yesterday we had a Prince Joachim going rogue on TV saying how upset he was, how his children are suffering. The parallels between him and Harry are there for all to see." Jensen further added, "Margaret was very close to the Queen. She was one of the few people who called her Lilibet, and Her Majesty called her Daisy, her nickname in Denmark. I don't know how close she is to Charles, but her importance as arguably Europe's most senior royal was reflected in just how close she was to the Queen's coffin in London. Charles has spoken about the need to slim down his family for many years. He'll be watching what is happening in Denmark with great interest," the correspondent added.